Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So basically I wanted to give you some news on Life is Strange 3 or a possibility of a Life is Strange game. I actually wanted to talk about this just because I recently saw Smackify's video and I thought it was pretty interesting about how Deck 9 Games could pretty much be making another Life is Strange game, and it's really interesting just because of the fact that Donut made Life is Strange 2 pretty recent. About last year, I would assume it was last year. Was it this? Was it this year? I don't think it was this year. No, it was last year. And I personally was not a big fan of Life is Strange 2. I personally prefer Life is Strange and Before the Storm. I still like 2, but in some there were some issues I personally didn't like that really made me just see the game negatively, unfortunately. But yeah, I want to talk about how we can talk about wait, what am I talking about? But yeah, there's some news from like this is not exactly Life is Strange news, but this could be related to Life is Strange. I just want to give you a heads up. But basically, in this website, Deck 9 Games, they're the people who made Life is Strange Before the Storm, and there's speculation going around that they could be making the next Life is Strange game, whether that be a third game or a spinoff. And so I just wanted to show you what people have found that were interesting. Basically, there were some job listings of Deck 9 Games where you can basically work for them if you want. It's a full-time position, but there were some keywords that I wanted to talk about that was really interesting. So basically it says like right here, the studio is 90 plus people and is working on unannounced story adventure game and growing additional teams for more project. So they're clearly working on the next game. Now they haven't really made any other games recently besides Before the Storm, but it would be really interesting to see Deck 9 Games another take on Life is Strange, whether that be a spinoff or a sequel, for example. I personally would love to see them make a third game. Donut, the way I see it at the moment, they're kind of packed with a lot of games they're making, in my opinion at least. So I feel like it's a smart idea to give it to Deck 9 Games because they've worked on Life is Strange Before the Storm. I believe that game sold even more than the sequel, so I feel like they would know what they're doing. Because for Life is Strange 2, for example, I feel like the biggest issue with that game is that the story wasn't really clear, if that makes sense. And when I say clear, I feel like they really were going along with it to see where the story went. Well, you could say the same thing about Life is Strange, but really the only episode issue was episode 5 for Life is Strange. But for Before the Storm, they actually had it all planned out, and there was some cool stuff about it, like the changing outfits and extra special episodes. So you can clearly tell that there was like a lot of care throughout the game, and that's what really made it interesting. But yeah, basically in the character concept website, there's two like websites that I'll show you guys, but basically it talks about how it's the responsibilities will be working with an art director and a game director to design a concept of realistic modern day characters. So I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but isn't that like a key word? Modern day characters. Life is Strange usually takes place in the modern day. We can tell that because it took place in I believe 2016 to like 2018, for example. So you can clearly tell that they want to make a game that basically revolves around like this century, like what's going on in the world today. So that's what I find really interesting, and that's not all the keyword. If we go to the other website of the game director, it basically talks about how I'll show you guys. It basically talks about like right here, for example, that they want to do storytelling in here, like games like The Last of Us. So they're clearly trying to make a game like The Last of Us in a way. But yeah, what I find really interesting is the fact that if you go to the okay, my bad, I couldn't find the website, but I found it. I was looking at the wrong one, but that was an important website as well. But basically here in the contract QA tester, this is the next website I want to show you. This is pretty much the last website from what I've heard. But basically, it talks about here how Deck 9 Games is an independent game developer located in Westminster, Colorado. We're hiring a contract QA tester, so basically someone to test out the levels. And they basically talked about how what's the word? Oh, they said that the game will be on consoles and PC, but the style of the game is supposed to be realistic. Excuse me. The game is supposed to be realistic drama. And Life is Strange, I know all games have drama, but this sounds like an M-rated mature game in a way. Realistic drama in a highly cinematic way. with meaningful choices that the player makes throughout. That's literally the key word here. That there will be choices in this next game they're making. So yeah, this is pretty much insane at the moment just because of the fact that we could possibly be getting another Life is Strange game. The only reason why I don't think we'll be getting Life is Strange game pretty soon is just because we have Tell Me Why and Treadmill at the moment. Those are games that Donut are currently releasing. But then again, Deck9 Games is not like related to Donut. They do have the Life is Strange property if I'm correct, but it would make sense that Donut would want to make Deck9 Games make another Life is Strange game because, for example, Deck9 Games did a really good job with Before the Storm and they were really limited in a lot of stuff. They did really new stuff such as making longer episodes, which I thought were cool. There was like, it was basically like an honor for Life is Strange 1, and it really developed the character of Rachel Amber, which is my favorite character throughout the whole Life is Strange franchise. I'm not even joking, like literally my favorite character at this point. They really they were limited because they obviously couldn't follow the Mr. Jefferson story, and they couldn't really go that far into like making a power, for example. One of Life is Strange Before the Storm's biggest problems, in my opinion, which it's not exactly a problem, I can understand it, but at the same time, it's like, oh, they're taking away something meaningful that made Life is Strange special, was that Chloe or Rachel, they didn't really have powers in Before the Storm. So it was really interesting to see their take on basically like a normal world where Max doesn't exist at all yet. Or she does exist, but you know what I mean, she's not in the story. So they were really creative with like Chloe's comeback system, and I thought that was really interesting to see. That's something that what made me really proud of Deck9 Games, because they were working with a prequel game and they were really trying to develop the friendship or relationship of Rachel and Chloe, which I found really cool because you can make Rachel pretty much in a way a love interest or literally just a best friend. So it really felt like you got to make your own Rachel Amber, and that's something I find really interesting. But yeah, that's personally my opinion on it. A lot of people think that the Xbox event that's coming up, we're gonna get a new Life is Strange announcement title. When personally, I don't think that's at all what's happening. As much as I really want another Life is Strange game, no joke, I really do love Life is Strange. I mostly love Before the Storm the most, but although I really want another Life is Strange game, I doubt we're gonna get it that soon. There's a possibility of them announcing it, like a little teaser, not like new gameplay or anything, like an actual teaser, or of them like, hey, we're making Life is Strange 3 or something, I don't know. That's something that could happen. They did it Before the Storm as well. They announced their Before the Storm title at the Xbox event. Deck9 Games are the one who did it, I believe, so it could be possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because Before the Storm got leaked with screenshots, so we in a way knew it was in development. And I feel like Deck9 Games, they something has to leak. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know if it'll leak or not, so we'll have to basically wait and see. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Sorry if I but yeah, what's the word? Sorry if I rambled on for too long. It's because really, I'm really interested in Life is Strange. I just really love just the fact that it's in a way in the real world, if that makes sense. I just love that it's modern day, which makes it in a way, you could say it's limited, but I find it cool, that's all. Because edgy high school teenagers, am I right? Don't worry, I'm edgy too. Oh my gosh, that sounds embarrassing. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what's your thoughts on this. Warning, this is probably not Life is Strange. I feel like it has to be Life is Strange. I feel like Deck9 Games would not, they would take this opportunity to make another game or make a similar game, but I could be wrong. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the video. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, and let me know your opinion down below if you are excited for the next Life is Strange game, whenever that will happen. But yeah, I shall see you guys later in the another videos. So have a good day, everyone. Bye.